If you thought Watergate was bad, buckle up, because we're talking about Operation Arctic Fox today. The Biden administration's secret spy program that makes Nixon's plumbers look like amateurs. This was just a break in. This was that was just a break in. This was full scale surveillance dragnet of your political enemies, including Republicans, hundreds of Republicans, President Trump himself, and it's all coming out now thanks to whistleblowers in the FBI. For real. This is crazy. You wouldn't believe what's been going on here. Launched in April 2022, right after the 2020 alternate elections drama, Operation Arctic Fox was a witch hunt cooked up by the FBI and DOJ under Merrick Garland and Christopher Wray. They seized government issued cell phones from President Trump and Vice President Pence, conducted over 40 interviews nationwide, and blew through $16,000 in taxpayer money just on travel. Now, that's nothing. That's nothing compared to what we got going on here. But it gets worse. Jack Smith, the anti-Trump special counsel that took over this investigation in November 2022 and unleashed 197 subpoenas on 34 people and 163 businesses, including banks, digging into communications, donor lists. That means if you've ever donated to, let's see, Turning Point USA, right there, of Charlie Kirk fame. Republican Attorney General Association. How many tens of thousands of people have ever donated to Turning Point USA? If you ever have, well, the Biden DOJ was probably going through your name and investigating you, because that's what they were doing. They were going after their political opponents. For real. Fine, show me the man and I'll show you the crime. That's the Democrat way. Look, we haven't been playing fair. We've been playing fair. Republicans, conservatives, they've been playing fair. They've been trying to be nice, trying to be cordial, but clearly, I mean, I remember they were calling Mitt Romney a frickin' Nazi. That dude is a garbage human being, but he's no frickin' Nazi. So that was what, 2012? Yeah. The mainstream was starting to call people Nazis back then. Now that's what we get all the time, huh? They didn't stop there. They didn't stop at operatives. They spied on sitting lawmakers, senators like Cynthia Lummis, Lindsey Graham, Ron Johnson, and Josh Hawley had their phone records analyzed, tracking who they called, where from, and even potential recordings of private talks. Senator Lummis called it out on her letter to the FBI. This was a blatant, unconstitutional attack on separation of powers, weaponizing federal law enforcement against elected representatives. She demanded names of every Biden official involved, of all the data collected on her, and proof of any NSA ties. This enemies list hit over 160 GOP figures, way beyond what they knew about Jack Smith's Gen 6 probe. This is absolute insanity. They literally weaponized the DOJ to go after anybody. They went after Charlie Kirk. They started investigating him to see if they could put him in jail. I'm sure. I have some theories of what's going to happen next time Democrats, if and when Democrats get into power again. But yeah, Watergate was nothing. Watergate was garbage. You know what happened to Watergate? Richard Nixon had some people sneak into the Watergate Hotel and put some listening devices into that hotel, and that hotel happened to be one of those rooms happened to be the rooms of the Democrat National Convention. So the DNC people were staying in that room and planning things in that room. So Richard Nixon, Republican, putting these listening devices into that room, lost him his presidency, had to resign. Spiro Agnew, his vice president, both of them, it ruined both of their careers just for putting some listening devices into a bedroom. This is like putting listening devices, everything that these people have said, done, and I'm talking 10,000 people, 150 members of Trump's circle, plus the judiciary committees, plus all the the GOP members that have been elected representatives in both the House and the Senate, plus all of the frickin' grassroots funding apparatus. Turning Point USA, again, that is insanity that they started investigating Rudy Giuliani, of course, Mark Meadows, John Eastman, all the and the attorney general groups. It's insane. They turned their they turned their entire DOJ into a weapon of mass destruction against their political opponents for the express reason of just taking away their rights under color of law. That is some serious business. And I make that accusation. That's exactly what it looks like, that Christopher Wray was trying to remove civil rights by color of law to many, many people. And I want to see some hearings. We need to demand accountability. We have to demand that this never happens again. This is unconstitutional spying of your political opponents. What is next? What is next? This was happening before the Charlie Kirk assassination. Do you think anyone feels safer? No one feels safe. That's great. If as soon as conservatives don't feel safe, everyone's packing. You think they're not? You should probably be aware that everyone's packing heat these days. It's insane. Don't mess around. Just, yeah. If you agree that shit has got way too wild, then you should like, share, and subscribe and follow me for some more. If you disagree, comment down below. And either way, I hope you have a beautiful day. See ya.